Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Greekazon product review. Today's product is something I'm pretty darn excited about. Before I introduce it, I am going to introduce the wine expert, the resident wine expert, Foti Stamos. What's up, Foti?
Ari, how's it going, brother?
I'm pretty good. Like I said, I'm pretty excited. Not that I have an alcohol problem, but whenever we do any sort of tasting of alcohol, I'm very happy.
That's how it should be. But yeah, we got something really cool and interesting in this review.
Cool.
Um, we talked about plenty of times the process of natural wines. We've talked about orange wines. We
Yes.
talk about wines from Greece.
Yes.
But how about Greek orange wine in a can?
All right. So you said a whole bunch of words there. Not everything computed. So give us a bit of a run through of what's going on here.
So I came across this really cool operation that's based out of Boston, a company called Archer Roos, who is canning wines around the world, and they're working with exclusively with winemakers who have a certain approach, a certain philosophy, and they have a great story.
Okay.
And in that lineup, they actually came across a winemaker in Naoussa, which is northwest Greece.
Ooh.
Very historical part of our culture as well, our Greek culture.
Yes.
And they are producing a white wine that's considered orange wine from a grape variety called Roditis, right? And Roditis is a grape variety that has sort of like pink skins, right? And they uh, they took the process of making a orange wine and canning it. And I was floored when I saw this that it was coming to market. And I got a good friend of ours who hit me up on LinkedIn, um, suggested that I get in touch with these folks because uh, we got to try this. And I'm like, done. Made the phone calls, got the emails going, and within 2 weeks, the product is here.
Awesome.
I'm very excited about it. We're going to crack it together. And again, we are going to be experiencing an orange wine, which is basically white wine with long skin contact in the vats that turns the white wine into a orangey color.
And
Now,
I was gonna say just very quickly, I know like some people potentially are a little iffy with the cans, but I think cans are better. And why is that?
it's because they can't, well, today canning is different than it was years prior.
Yep.
So there's inner liner that kind of protects the juice and the consumer from the aluminum. So there's a protection layer inside the can, and they keep the wine completely sealed and fresh, versus a natural cork which can dry out and then oxygen air gets into the wine and then it turns into vinegar basically.
So that's actually, I guess I have two reasons to like it. That's the second reason. The first reason is the environmental impact.
Correct.
So
All about that.
this is awesome for how to do your wine.
So yeah, so this might be a little deceiving, even though it says rosé. It's technically orange wine, and rosé is basically the term that we're using for white wine with skin contact.
Interesting. I actually thought of that earlier. I was going to ask you, and then I forgot. I'm glad you brought that up. All right.
So let me pour this into our glass, just so I can give our folks a little bit of a visual. So if you notice how this is white wine,
Wow.
and it looks on the rosé side, but it's orange. And why is it orange? It's because the skins of this grape were left in longer than usual.
Okay, so I don't want to be tacky, but I forgot a glass. So could I drink it from the can?
I guess.
Are people gonna write horrible things
Well,
about
you
me?
know what? It's meant to be drank from the can anyways, because that's the one of the whole purposes. Like if we're on the beach, you're gonna drink it from the can. If we were out golfing, we're gonna drink it from the can.
True. So you do the proper glass, I do the can because
There you go.
I represent the everyman.
I'm proper, you're improper. So before you sip, do you get any aromas? Subtle?
Very subtle.
Well, when you pour it in a glass, you're gonna get a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I smell more of the can top than anything else.
I didn't even know that can top had an aroma. But anyways, um, so on my end, I'm getting pronounced aromas. I'm getting as it's warming up in my glass because it's cold, it's getting more and more aromatic. Um, I'm getting like a lot of fruit, like of course fruit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm getting like citrus notes coming up and a little bit of spiciness somewhere in these aromas. But I'm gonna give this a sip,
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me taste, please.
right? And then just pay attention to the textures.
Ooh, that is an interesting texture. Smooth.
So very round on the palate, round. Like it's not edgy, it's not sharp,
I was gonna say silky, something like
silky,
silky.
right? Yeah. So um, usually orange wines take on characteristics of how red wines drink. Texturally, they have different textures than some white wines. So very I'm gonna use the word term rustic flavors, um, very unique. Um, that finish is interesting. It's kind of like lingering, a little grippy because there's definitely a slight tannings going on around there.
It's for somebody like me who obviously I don't taste as much as you do, but it's very unique to me. That like this is unlike most other wines I've ever had.
Right. So try not to have expectations because you're probably before you're trying to sip this, you have all these thoughts about rosés in your head, white wine, orange wine, textures of red wine. So it's kind of confusing, right? But just drink it with an open slate. Like just let it be itself, but give it time. And as you sip on this, it's going to change. It's going to keep changing. I mean, we don't have time now to do this, but we just want to give an overview of this orange wine that I think is fantastic. It's very fresh. You know,
Mhm.
some orange wines tend to be very dense, very concentrated, very rich. This is a little more subtle. This is a little more approachable for orange wine.
And I like it because it doesn't have that like sweet that I kind of turns me off a little bit. It has this like it's like dry, right?
Yes, definitely dry.
And smooth, which is nice. But
And
I don't have a sophisticated enough palate to really try to describe it to somebody. Like I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like all I can say is it's very unique. I like it a lot.
it's kind of like red wine that drinks like it's red
Yeah.
from a textual perspective.
It's almost like a red wine that's like a little more crisp and refreshing than a red wine would be, but it almost drinks like a red
And
wine.
then on the opposite side, rosés are red wines that drink like they're white. You see like this switcheroo here, but this
Well,
is it,
this
folks.
this is something that I think people should try, especially if they're feeling adventurous. They want something a little different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a great entry point into orange wine because a lot of orange wines can be really complex and a little uh, hard to uh, understand and like because of all the unique textures and flavors that they bring on.
Yeah, but if adventurous is part of your kind of thing, like this is definitely something you should try. And if you drink a lot of wine and you enjoy wine, this is something that's going to be unique.
And here's another reason why you should drink it. It's natural wine.
Yes.
Nothing's added. It's clean.
That's what that I taste that. Like when I said it was like a crisp and clear, like that's exactly what I meant. It's clean and it tastes natural and clean to me.
Right. And that's what we should be doing. You're going to be feel better about your health, what goes into your body. You're going to be cautious about the environment. All that is packaged for you. And they come in these, and speaking of package, they come in these really cool 4-pack
But it's
offerings.
not. It's not. The 4-pack isn't all the same wine.
It is.
Oh, it is.
It
Oh,
is.
you gave me a sampler.
I'll give you a sample.
Ah, gotcha.
But yeah, so here the cool thing is that there's 4 cans and they're 250 milliliter cans. So this 4-pack is the equivalent of a bottle and a half,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
or close to a bottle and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. So this wine is on Greekazon.
Yes.
If you have it in you, man, try it. Like I definitely recommend it. I recommend it on many different levels. Whether you want something new, whether you're trying to be adventurous, whether you want to kind of delve into unique territory. Or if you care very much about everything else like packaging and all that stuff, this is a great wine too. So in any way, it's a go. Try it.
Excellent. Well, there you have it, folks. This is our Rodi Rosé from Archer Roos, a Greek orange wine in a can.
Awesome. Thank you, Foti, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.